So, so today we will be discussing about what are the tools, test automation tools that we need to ensure for effective coding. With respect to Java version, will be using JDK 21 in the class. But if you want to go for a lower version, you can use JDK 17 because JDK 11 contract is expiring by 2026. That is less than a year. So that is why don't use any JDK 11 from now on. JDK 1.8 is completely obsolete. So that is also gone. So try using JDK 21 and 17. That is up to you. But I prefer to use JDK 21 in the session. So please try to use 21 only. And when it comes to editors, there are multiple editors like IntelliJ IDEA, Eclipse, VS Code. I'll be using IntelliJ IDEA because of the new features, new plugins, and its integration with any Bitbucket or Azure TFS repositories. It's very cool. That is the reason I use IntelliJ. And Eclipse doesn't support all the JDK 21 functions. That is the reason I'm not a big fan of Eclipse. And you can use JDK 17 with Eclipse, that is not a problem. But from JDK 19 onwards, there is some issue with Eclipse. So that is I'm not preferring. VS Code is something that's an amazing, super amazing code editor. You can also use that. And when it comes to Git tools, I'll be using Git Bash for Windows and a Brew install for Mac because Mac is built on Linux OS. Mac OS is based on Linux kernel. So we need to install the tools using the mostly using the commands. And for manual API testing, there are multiple tools like SOAP UI, Swagger, Postman. But we will be using Postman in the course because it is being used by 20 plus million users across the globe. Followed by when we go for automation testing, we'll be using both REST assured and HTTP client. And when it comes to database, my favorite database tools is SSMS because of its data security and data integrity. And if you are coding in a Mac, then you have to go for MySQL or Oracle, which will be discussed later on how do you install MySQL and all. And SSMS is something, if you are a Windows user, please prefer to use SSMS because it's a super amazing database tool, guys. And the query language wise, all the three languages are same 95% of the time. Only 5% here and there, small differences will be there. That is not a problem. And no SQL tools, something that is bonus. I wanted to cover some MongoDB. I wanted to showcase the power of MongoDB in automation testing. Just wanted to showcase one scenario. And for CI/CD, I'll be using Apache Maven, Jenkins Var, and Docker. These are the three CI/CD tools I'll be working on. So for the next 8 weeks, that is exactly next 45 days, these are the tools that we will be working on, guys. Okay. I hope Durgesh, your system is ready. Or any Windows user, is the system ready? I need a blank system, guys.
Yes, it's ready, Rahul.
Okay.
You want me to share my screen?
Yeah, I'll give you the. You can share your screen, Durgesh.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah. Let me take the control.
okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
I am doing the complete setup in Durgesh system. The same setup needs to be done in your system also. I suggest you to follow what is happening and later do it after the session is completed. Because if you do it parallelly with me, then you might lose the track of it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
let me open. Do you have Chrome or Edge on? Yeah, I have Chrome here. So JDK 21 download. JDK 21 download. So click on Java downloads. So I'll be working with JDK 21, guys. JDK 23 is the latest version, but the problem here is JDK 21 is supported by Jenkins as well as with Docker. That is the reason. So go for JDK 21. And in this, if you're a Linux, you switch to the respective tab based on the operating system, Mac OS or a Windows. Yeah, so if you're a Windows user, go for 64-bit installer. If you're a Mac user, based on your hardware or software, ARM64 or Into 64, based on it, download the right file, .dmg file or Linux, something like that. So if you're using a 64-bit installer, click on this link to download this. Durgesh, after the installation is done, just copy the links of all the tabs and paste it here so that I'll accumulate a document.
Okay, sure, sure. You want me to paste this in the chat window?
Yeah, not now. I'll accumulate everything in one shot.
Okay.
Now I've downloaded the Java. Durgesh, can you help me open a new tab? I'm unable to click on it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Then we need to use IntelliJ download. Okay, download IntelliJ IDEA. So here, accept all the cookies. Here, the common mistake that everyone makes is don't use IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate. Don't use Ultimate. Ultimate is a paid version. If you scroll down a bit, then you will be having the community version. Then you click on, you can choose based on your operating system. Like here it is Windows. And if you want to go for a Mac, you have to switch to the Mac tab. If you want to go for Linux, go for Linux. So as of now, since Durga's system is a Windows system, scroll down and I click on download. So it will take some time for the system to be downloaded. Then I need to have git bash download. Okay. So if you want to download for Windows, you can directly click on download for Windows and please select the 64-bit because most of our systems are 64-bit. So for Mac users, you need to install this homebrew. You need to install homebrew, and if after installing, you need to do brew install git. If you want to install the git in a Mac OS, you need to install homebrew and you need to do brew install git. Then I'll say SSMS download. Then this is SQL Server Management Studio, and if you scroll down a bit, so you click on download SQL Server Management Studio. So let me download them everything for you. Okay. Now all the tools are what are the necessary tools that I want to have downloaded? Regarding the CI/CD part, we will be discussing the installation at that time only. First, let me set up the prerequisites of the class. Now, let me go to the downloads folder here. Now, let me install JDK 21 guys. Let me install Java. So Durgesh, you will be getting a pop-up. Do you want to allow the system to make changes to your device? Just click on yes.
Yes, I did that.
Yeah, thank you. So this setup installation wizard will open up. Now what we need to do, we need to click on next, next. Within 2 minutes, the JDK will be installed in your systems. Got it? Okay. Within 2 minutes, the JDK will be installed in your system. So Durgesh, can you help me close this pop-up? Sorry, I'm able to close. Yeah, thank you. Then we'll install the IntelliJ. So there'll be a pop-up coming up. Please accept. I'll click on yes. So it'll take some time for unpacking the IntelliJ tool. So click on next. Click on next. select this, create desktop shortcut, create IntelliJ IDEA community. Durgesh, can you select this checkbox, please?
Which one? This one?
Create desktop shortcut and create associations.java. Under create associations.java. Here,
This one?
yeah, no
That's
need of
fine.
that. Yeah, update context menu is not required.
Okay.
Then I'll click on next. Then click on install. So it will take some time for all the libraries to be installed in the system, guys. It will take some around couple of minutes for the tools to be installed. Till then, anyone has any doubts so far? All good with the tools installation?
Yes.
Hey Rahul, there was Cassandra also in your
Cassandra was just an
list.
optional, but I'm preferring for MongoDB.
Okay.
Cassandra is more of a developers that they are using in Swiggy, Zomato, Dream11. These are the backend database tools that they are using. Currently, Cassandra is the tool that they are using. I'll just give
Okay.
you a glimpse of MongoDB. If you see a glimpse of MongoDB, then you'll understand what is Cassandra also. More or less, both are the same tools. No SQL
Same.
tools, non-RDBMS tools.
Okay. Thanks.
Akash, you can use Eclipse also. That is not a problem. But since I'm using JDK21, I'm going up with IntelliJ because I can easily use the features of JDK21 in IntelliJ pretty well. Okay, just click on finish, Yogesh. Thank you. And let me install Git. So there will be a pop-up coming up. Just click on yes. So click on next, Durgesh. Click on next slowly. Click on next. Do not change anything, guys. Do not change anything. If you change anything, it will really disturb the workflow of Git. Wait, one more. Okay, continue. We can change this one.
Here, don't create this one. We need to check this one.
Yeah. Just click on next.
Here,
No. Don't
this
select the
one.
checkbox. Don't select the checkbox.
Okay.
Click on next.
Okay.
Click on next. Click on next. 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 Just blindly click on next. Don't make any changes. Because if you change something, also it will be a problem. So it will take some time for the Git to be installed again. Yeah, Balaji. Yeah, Pooja, tell me. So click on finish. Okay. Just ignore it. I mean, open with Microsoft Edge. Anything that you prefer, just click on just once. So it will be just sharing some release notes about the Git and all. That is it. Nothing more than that. Where is downloads? Where I have downloads?
Right here. Mhm.
Then we need to install SSMS. Is there any pop? Yeah. So just click on install. Just if that pop-up comes, just click on yes. Yeah, recorded sessions will be shared. Don't worry. So it will take some time for the SSMS to be installed. It's not a small tool, it's a heavy tool, guys. Selenium, Java, SQL requirements, as I've told you, database concepts are must and should, because when you are working for a back any we are working for any backend applications, definitely SQL is must and should. Not for Selenium, Java, because tomorrow they'll ask you to fetch the data from the database. You have to query the records from the database and you have to use it in your application, because not all the time you will create the data, right? Akshay. Uh, Install any SQL server, Sandeep. Yeah, see, SSMS is something I prioritize because of the data security and data integrity. If you want, you can use MySQL. DB viewer also is fine, but if you want to see the actual database connections, I prefer to go with any RDBMS proper data connection. You go for SSMS or MySQL. MongoDB, I'm using it in one of my projects. MongoDB, I'm using it in one of my projects where they have developed the application using React with Mongo, where we have to pass the JSONs and all the stuff. See, Mongo is something, Akshay, if your company requires only, we have to use. Don't invest much time on Mongo, because this is not a Mongo is not like your relational database where you can learn in a flash. You need to understand the JSONs, you need to parse the JSONs, you need to be very strong in your JSON. I'll give a quick demo later, Akshay. Then you'll understand what is MongoDB. Okay, so fine.
Yes.
So C drive. So first, let me set the bin path in the environment variables for Java. That is the first thing. Go to Java, JDK21. Let me go in the bin folder. Inside this bin folder, only all the libraries are present for Java. Can you copy this path for me, Durgesh?
Yes. No.
No. I'll go inside bin.
Yes.
Just copy this path and let me open the environment variables. Environment variables. Click on environment variables.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, here.
please.
Mm-hmm.
Then come to your system variables. Yeah. Can you go to the path here under system variables?
System okay. Mm-hmm.
This path
Yeah.
variables. Path. If you see the path under the system variable.
Yes, here.
Just double click on it. So we need to add this bin path here. Just click on new. Can you click on new button, Durgesh? I'm somehow unable to click. Just paste the path here. Just press Ctrl V, Durgesh. Yeah. And click on
Yes.
OK. So you need to set this JDK bin path because whenever we are running the code from command line, we need all these things to be ready and set up. Just click on OK. So that's it, guys. These are the basic installations that we need to do. Okay. Any doubts, guys, so far?
No.
I hope everyone is clear with the installation part so far. Okay. If I install new JDK version, see, which JDK version are you using, Harshita? I need to be pretty sure about it.
I have a JDK 17. Currently, I'm using that.
Okay, fine. Just use JDK 17 for now. But if you want to go with JDK 21, you need to add the bin path of same JDK 21. You need not replace anything. Okay. But
So I don't need to delete the. I
don't
already
worry.
set path actually for 17. So do I need to delete that and put it 21 or?
See, it's up to you. You can use you can have two JDKs in one system. That is not a problem. But I prefer to use only one JDK because in order to avoid any clashes. 17 also
Yeah,
still works fine, but I'll be explaining some JDK 21 features. If you like
sure.
it, then you can switch to 21 later. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm. Okay. Durgesh, can you open your IntelliJ, please? Yeah, already you can see in the start menu. You can go to desktop. Go to desktop, please. You see IntelliJ being installed here. You see IntelliJ shortcut here. Yeah.
Yes.
Just open the IntelliJ, guys. See, IntelliJ have to take the community edition, not the ultimate edition. Ultimate is paid one. Okay. So accept the terms and conditions. This is for the first time. How it looks for the first time. I want to showcase you guys. Click on continue. Don't send. Just close this installer, na? The SSMS installer. Can you close it? Behind IntelliJ.
Yes, all right.
Yeah, just close this installer, na? Yeah, thank you. So this is how your fresh IntelliJ screen looks like. We'll share. Durgesh, can you, when once I teach something in the class, can you formulate all the links for me and put a notepad file in the chat window?
Yes, yes. I'll
Yeah.
do.
I'll share the installation link, Sanjay. Don't worry. See, Balaji, IntelliJ, Eclipse, or VS Code is like a code editors. It's just like a where you write the code. It's just like when you want to prepare a document, you use a Word to prepare a document. If you want to maintain some data in a form of a tabular format, you use Excel. Similarly, we have installed Java, but if you want to code somewhere something, that place is called as an editor. Got it, Balaji? This is the place where we write our code. Okay. So click on new project. Just click on new project. So uh, change the name from, give a meaningful name. Just give a meaningful name.
First demo, right?
Yeah, just
Something.
put some meaningful name. Since you don't have a D drive, just let it be. Just let it be the default location. See, if you have a D drive in your system, always create your projects in the D drive, never in the C drive, because C drive is something that we use for our program execution. More the amount of C drive, better the quicker the executions. Okay, and I select build system as Maven. Build system as Maven, and I click on create button. I hope I'm able to click on create button. Yeah. So it will take some time for the Maven project to be created because he's creating for the first time. If you see in my system, it will be created automatically very quick. OneDrive. Sandeep, what is OneDrive? I'll tell you, Chaitra, wait. I'll tell you, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'll tell you what is Maven, what is build system. I'll tell you. Wait. OneDrive micro. I couldn't get your point, Sandeep. Can you unmute and speak, please? What is? I couldn't get your question. OneDrive, Microsoft.
No. You told me like so I have to take a D path, right? Local D. So it's my company system. So shall I put the path of OneDrive?
Don't put OneDrive. If you have only C drive, work in C drive only. No other choice.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
Okay. It will take some time. See, wait, Durgesh. If you all see at the bottom, it's taking some time for the Maven project to be loaded because since you're doing it for the first time, it will take around 5 minutes for the project to be loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Durgesh. Thank you so much for your help and support. And
No problem. Thank you so much.
yeah, and please do accumulate the links in a notepad file and can you drop it in the chat window and personally on my WhatsApp so that I will be sharing them all.
Yes.
I'll stop
Yes.
sharing. You
I'm
can
doing
accumulate everything and share a document.
it. Okay. I'm
Okay.
doing it.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Let me also create a project in my system. Okay. Let's actually test Java. So let's quickly understand what is Maven project. Previously, we have gone for the Java basic project and we could have done why a Maven project. Why? Because Kshetra, when we are dealing with Selenium or when I want to work some advanced libraries in Java, we what we used to do in the olden days is we used to download the library files manually and we used to add those library files manually in the project. Kshetra, are you there?
Yes, Rahul. Go ahead,
So
please.
previously in the olden days, what we used to do is even in core Java also, if you want to work with some advanced stuff like Google collections, advanced string functions, advanced array functions, now you need to add some jar files. Jar files are nothing but some additional library files. We need to add them manually in the system. When you try to add them manually, now we cannot upgrade that file. You cannot downgrade that file. If that file is corrupted, again you have to add the files manually. And if you are moving this project from one machine to other machine, that even that person should have jar files located in the same place. So that was a major roadblock that we had faced in the olden days. Now, with the help of this Maven, we'll be in a position to download the libraries at ease. Within a single tap, the libraries will be, I mean, within the single couple of lines, the libraries will be, external libraries will be downloaded in your system. And what do you mean by build system is just like how do you want to execute the test cases? Because right now during the training, I'll be showcasing you initially how do you run file by file. But if you want to run the system as a whole, that is where Maven build system comes into picture. Like if you want to run the code in some Jenkins, Docker, all the things, this Maven as a build system will ensure that the code is accumulated in a proper jar file and it will help us execute the test cases properly. Got it, Chaitra?
Yeah, I remember using the library files earlier days. So I mean, how does Maven using Maven? I mean, you have explained it just now.
You need
Okay.
to wait. I mean, if you want to see the actual thing, you need to wait for a couple of classes because once I discuss some strings and advanced concepts, you'll get to know how Maven is supporting you. Okay.
Okay,
As of
sure.
now, this is not the right session, but when I discuss strings, when I want to go for advanced strings, I'll showcase you how easily I can add a library and do it.
Sure, thanks.
Okay. Hi, Krishna. Can you please be on slower side? Is the pace of the session too quick, guys? Just want to know a quick thumbs up. Is the pace okay?
It's okay for me.
Yeah, quick thumbs up, quick yeses, guys. Is the pace of the session okay?
Yes, Rahul.
Little fast, could be a bit slow. Okay, okay. I'll try to I'll try to reduce it. First class happens. Okay, fine. Let me reduce the speed. It's installations. See, straight away, it's more on the installations. That is why it was It was maybe slightly quicker. Okay, let me reduce the speed. Okay. Okay. Now, let us not deep dive much into what is this folder, what is this folder structure. Don't deep dive much. Let's not break our heads right away. Right away, let us see what is the prerequisite that we need to do right away. What are the steps? What are the baby steps that we need to start for coding it? So let me create some sample notes here. Click on new file, notes.txt. In this notes, let us set some rules of how do you create some files here. So when I say src main, if you see this src main, this is used to write the generic utilities of the framework. What do you mean by generic utilities? Like a common click function, like a common enter function, like a common drop-down selection. Like if you want to have maintain some constants, if you want to maintain some commonality across the project, that is where src main Java is used. src test, this is where we write the actual test cases or do the actual coding. Form.xml is the heart of any Maven project, because it can manage external libraries, and it can help us execute the code in our absence. Help us execute the code in our absence. Got it? These are the 3 quick things that you guys need to know. A quick thumbs up, a quick yes, if you are clear with it. Sridevi, Aditya, Sandeep, yeah, a quick yes, please.
Rahul, this
Yeah,
is
tell me.
I'm new to IntelliJ, so I just want to understand that we have main and test, right? So all the project framework will be included in these 2 folders only.
Yeah, in this subfolders also will be there. This main and test is always present in Eclipse also. Even when you create a Maven project,
Yeah.
it's also the same thing it is there. The structure remains the same, but just like we are using different editors somewhere.
Okay.
No worries. If you know Eclipse, switching to IntelliJ is very easy. I'll help you out. Don't worry. For the people who are so accustomed with Eclipse and want to switch to IntelliJ, I'll help you out, guys. It's super fun working with IntelliJ. Okay. So these are some prerequisites that we need to understand about the folders: src main, src test, and form.xml. Now, I want to give a very quick question to all of you guys, especially for the family people here around. Now, imagine that you throw away all your clothes scattered across the house. What is your opinion? Like if you scatter your clothes all across the house, how do you feel? What is your opinion, guys? If your clothes are scattered, if your things are scattered across the house, how will you feel? Cluttery,
Very bad.
messy, messy. Yeah. Do you feel like staying in the home? Do you definitely feel like staying in the home? No, right? So what we do, we clean the stuff and we put it everything in different shelves, different racks, and different places, right? Yeah. We need to structure our things. We need to organize our things. We need to put the things properly. How do we do it? See, even in coding also, even in project also, if I have the files scattered all around without any structure, without any proper direction, I would really hate it. See, you couldn't bear yourself if your house is a mess and untidy. Similarly, you should have the similar mindset when you're coding also. You should never scatter your files across the project. You should follow a well-structured process while creating your code files. So what is the first step? First is that we need to create a package. What do you mean by a package? It is like a shelf or a cupboard in your phone. First is we need to create package under src main, under src main Java or src main resources. I'll be explaining what is Java and resources in a while, or any folder or any src test subfolders, src test folders. The first step is we need to create a package. The package will be more like we are ensuring that our code is in the right place, in the right track, in the right pocket. The first step is we need to create a package. So let me give you one more quick info, guys, that src main Java, whatever is there, it consists of only coding related files. And inside src main Java and src test Java, we will have only coding related files. In src test resources and in src test main resources, we will be maintaining all the non-coding related files like Excel, properties file, and all the stuff. It consists of non-coding related files. Got it? Got it, everyone? Are these points clear so far? I'm taking it very slow, guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
So first thing is first, let me go to src test Java, right click on it, new package. Always create a package, guys. Without creating a package, don't create any of code files. So what is the name of the package I would give? Since this is our first class and I want to keep a track of what is happening each and every day, what is happening on each and every day, I will say November 27th. See, package name is up to you, whatever you feel like putting it. But I'm putting it as per the date wise so that I will have a track of what is happening. You can maintain your package name in a way that you can understand, guys. You need not follow my convention only. Just a moment. Okay. There is no extension for package. It's a simple plain name. When we create a package, when we give a package name, always the first letter should be a small letter. We need to follow a camel case syntax here. Camel case syntax while creating a package name. What do you mean by camel case? For example, Durgesh, I'm taking your name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
It is Durgesh Mishra. So what is happening? The Durgesh name is Durgesh Mishra, his full name. So the first letter of Durgesh is small letter, and there's the second name that is Mishra that is in capital letter. This is what you mean by camel case, guys. I hope everyone is clear with the camel case. This syntax, these things are very, very important, guys. If you're not clear with this, then it will be a very huge problem for us. Now, inside a package, I will create my Java file. Yeah. Inside a package, I'll create my Java file. Right click, new Java class, and I will say sample program. Always you need to follow a capital letter. These are some standards here. Sample program. You see, I'm starting with a capital letter followed by another capital letter. So I click on class. Got it? So when we give a class name, always the first letter should be a capital letter. For example, let me take someone's name, just two names. Aditya, I'll be taking your name just to showcase the class name. It should be Aditya Kumar. So this is, we need to follow Pascal case syntax. Why I'm telling you all this minute things is because when you're attempting the interview, when someone asks you to code the files, so what they'll see is how well you're standardizing your project, how well you're following the conventions. Because if you're not following the conventions properly, then they might come under the conclusion that okay, this guy doesn't have some good coding standards, so we will outright reject you. Why? Because not because of lack of your technical skills, but because you're not maintaining the standards. Everything should be properly standardized. Is this clear till now so far? Any doubts so far? Good to go. Package, class, main, test. Yep. Right. Now we have created a public class program. Great. Now, how do we write a code inside this public class? Got it? How do we create this public class? So I will have to write public static void main. Okay. What is happening here, guys? Public static void main. We will soon understand what is public static void main. But what is happening here? Why public static void main? So JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. So inside that, okay, just give me a moment. Let me draw a good diagram. Let me draw a good diagram, guys. Now imagine that this is your JRE, that is Java Runtime Environment. Yeah, I request all of you to be on mute, guys, if you're not talking. Thank you. Now inside this Java Runtime Environment, I have a JVM here. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Okay, JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. So this is the place where we run the program. Okay, this is the place where we run the program. So what happens here is when I get some Java code from external source, just imagine that I'll be getting some Java code from external source. I'll be getting some Java code from external source of runtime environment. What does it do? What does it do? This Java runtime environment will run the code into this JVM. Whatever Java code that we have received, we will pass it to JVM. So when I pass it to JVM, what does it do? It recognizes the keyword main in the program, in the Java code, and it will execute the program. Got it, everyone? So what does it do? The JVM, what does it do, right? Whatever the Java code I'm getting it passing to the runtime environment, the runtime environment will pass it to the virtual machine. So in the virtual machine, when it is running the program, it will recognize for the keyword main in the Java code. If there is no main method, it will not run the code because main is a keyword in the JVM which will help us execute the program. If there is no main, it will not even execute the code. Is this clear, everyone?
Can you please explain again? I didn't get it. The last one, recognizes thing.
Okay, recognizes thing. So here what happens is when the Java tool has been built now, they have mentioned that they have maintained this keyword called as main. Like tomorrow it can be mains, tomorrow it can be lethargic, it can be Java tomorrow. But as of now, what the instruction has been given to JVM is, if I have a method with the name main only, then only execute it. If I don't have the method with the name main, do not execute it. Like for suppose if I say mains, all the play button is gone. Now I cannot run the program also here. Got it?
Yeah, got you. Yeah, clear.
So the main is the keyword that JVM will recognize here. What is public static void? I will be discussing in the future classes, but as of now, just understand this Java runtime environment. When I execute the code in Java virtual machine, it will recognize the keyword main, then only it will execute. If the main keyword is not found, it will not execute. Yeah, program starts from here. Okay. Yeah, program gets executed in JVM. Yeah.
This
Now,
particular screen where we see this particular screen, right, with the program, the sample program, the screen, can we take it as Java runtime environment? This is the
no.
environment.
This is a JDK. See, no, this is not runtime environment. We are still in JDK.
Okay. The
What
backend process, we are telling it as Java runtime.
runtime environment? Yeah, we are
Oh.
coding in Java development kit, guys. The actual coding happens in JDK.
So the backend process, whatever processing which we cannot see, it is Java runtime.
Yes, it's Java runtime.
Okay.
So that is I've tried to draw a better picture. If the picture is bad, I'm so sorry. But is it understandable, the picture?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let us write our favorite statement that we have learned during our school days, during our college days, or for the people who have zero coding background. Also, the favorite statement is system.out.println hello world. This is the favorite statement for everyone. I guess in any programming language, if you go for Python, print hello world. If you go for C# console.writeline. If you go for JavaScript, console.log hello world. This is a favorite statement. Yeah. So I'm just using system.out.println. What does it do? It prints the data onto the console. Console is just like how we have a blackboard in the class, the same thing. The same thing. Console is like a blackboard, how we have it in our classroom, the same thing. We are writing the data into the console. So what we need to do here, how we need to run the program. Editor has given you one option. You can click on the play button. So you can click on the play button and click on run. Got it? Is this clear, everyone? How do we write our favorite hello world program, followed by how will you visualize the output here? No queries so far?
Yes.
Great. So fantastic, guys. So fantastic. Welcome to successfully we have created our first file. Welcome. Congratulations for creating your first file of program. Now, I'm a very lazy person, guys. Trust me. Only while teaching, I'll have lots of patience and I'll have lots of things. But during the coding time, I'm a very lazy person. I cannot write these many big statements. I cannot write system or out of printer, and I cannot write these many big statements. So, what is the shortcut for writing system.out.println? Type sout followed by enter key. So I'll type sout followed by enter key. So this is how I can write my println statement very quickly. I can say this is my first program. Now, what is the alternate way to run? Do a right click on run sample program.name. Got it? No, you see the shortcut here. See that sysout control plus spacebar only works for Eclipse again, Amulya. That sysout control plus spacebar only works for Eclipse, not for IntelliJ. If you want to type sysout system or println for IntelliJ, this is the shortcut. Sysout control plus spacebar is for Eclipse only. Okay, this is the shortcut that you need to use, and this is how 2 lines of data are printed onto the console, guys. This is how I print 2 lines of data onto the console. So far, so good. Any doubts? I have drastically reduced the speed of the class. I hope this space is comfortable. A quick thumbs up, please, if the pace is okay. And then if any queries, please ask.
Rahul, are there any differences between using Eclipse and IntelliJ? Other,
See, the thing with Eclipse and IntelliJ, very few shortcuts. The shortcuts vary a lot, but which I'll be giving it to you. I will tell you the shortcuts what we use in Eclipse versus IntelliJ. But trust me, in IntelliJ, I have too many shortcuts. I'll be telling you how many shortcuts we have in IntelliJ. So I can share you a lot of shortcuts for IntelliJ. And with Eclipse also, how can you do? I can tell you because I'm a huge lover of Eclipse. For the past 6 years, 6 years I've used Eclipse. So I definitely know how painful it is from switching to Eclipse to IntelliJ because even it took a lot of time for me to transition from Eclipse to IntelliJ because the latest versions of Java are being supported predominantly by IntelliJ. So I'll give you the shortcuts. Don't worry. Don't worry about the keyboard shortcuts. You'll be getting it as and when required. Okay.
so can we foresee IntelliJ being used all over? Because I still see in my project they're still using Eclipse.
Yeah. See, Eclipse are still being used, but learn both the editors. Learn both the editors. That would be a great idea. Okay. In Eclipse work with 17. In IntelliJ work with 21. Fair deal, right?
Okay.
In your office, Eclipse with 17 is there. Work with that. And when you are personally working on it, use JDK 21 with IntelliJ. You'll have hands-on with both the editors. The thing with IntelliJ, I'll tell you one beautiful thing with IntelliJ. All the TestNG and Cucumber plugins that you manually install in Eclipse, when you go to Eclipse Marketplace and install it, you need not do all such sorts here. Already all the plugins are bundled here.
Okay.
All the plugins are bundled here. Major plugins are bundled here. You need to work on adding some more extra plugins here. And I'm telling you, with Eclipse, with IntelliJ, this is the only tool across all the editors that we can debug the strings. If you are using IntelliJ, we'll be discussing about lambdas and strings. Only IntelliJ is the whole editor across the globe where I can debug the streams. Even Eclipse also cannot help you debug the streams or lambda expressions. See, that's up to you. See, you have to have a word with your management, but shifting your project from Eclipse to IntelliJ is not a big deal, guys. It doesn't take much of a time. It's just like change of a project and you just need to keep on working. It's just like a couple of minutes task. If you are facing some difficulty in the subsequent sessions, if anyone has you created a project in Eclipse, I'll show you how to migrate to IntelliJ. It's a very easy process. Migrating between Eclipse to IntelliJ is a very easy process. I'll showcase you that. Okay. So if I take up any topic, it will be consuming more time. As of now, let's park it here. And I want all of you to install the tools and get it ready for tomorrow's class. Program will be same. Program doesn't change. Program doesn't change. Any editor, let it be VS Code, let it be Eclipse, let it be IntelliJ. The program style doesn't change. The Maven project structure doesn't change. It's just like some ease of plugins, ease of tools. VS Code is like a plain blackboard, plain whiteboard. You have to build everything by yourself. Eclipse is something that will give you some utilities to build. IntelliJ is a superset of Eclipse again. It will help you build more better utilities. That's the thing, guys.
Rahul,
Coding,
one last question.
yeah, please.
I'm sorry. Can we migrate the existing project if we already have? Can you migrate that from Eclipse to IntelliJ?
Yeah, definitely. If you can, after a couple of classes, just make a reminder of this. I'll showcase you how to migrate from Eclipse to IntelliJ. Okay.
Sure.
And after
Thank
2-3 classes, just make a reminder so that I'll showcase you how to transfer from Eclipse to IntelliJ.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So tomorrow's agenda will be focusing more on the system.print statements. What are the different print statements followed by variables? That is a tomorrow's agenda, guys.
So are you going to share that notes file also?
Yeah, you have to give me some time. I'll share the notes. This
So
notes.txt
could you
file.
please add the shortcut details also in that file?
Okay, fine. I'll do that. Post session, I'll add the shortcut details and I'll share it with you. No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you. So please get the tools installed in your system and get ready for tomorrow, guys.
Okay, thank you, Rahul.
Thank you all. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you, Rahul. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you. Anyone has any queries? Else you can drop. If you have any queries, you can stay back. Else you can drop.
Rahul, you are going to cover DDD frameworks as well, right?
Yeah. First, let me set up the fundamentals of Java. Then later, I will go for TestNG and Cucumber.
Okay.
Let me set up the fundamentals of Java right.
So, Rahul, so how the syllabuses will be going on, Rahul? Will
I'll
first
tell
is
you.
the
I'll
core
tell you.
Java and
Yeah, first we'll start with core Java, then
okay,
followed by Selenium basics with TestNG, followed by
okay,
API testing. I mean, in Selenium basics with TestNG, I'll be covering some data-driven framework there. And then I go for API testing with TestNG. Then I go for Cucumber. Then in Cucumber and API testing, I'll be using some Excel's, JSON data providers, and I'll be using my database there, followed by CI/CD, Jenkins, and Docker.
yeah, sure.
First, we'll
Thank
set
you.
up the fundamentals of core Java. Sandeep.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys. We'll see you around. Thank you.